Good evening from eastern Tennessee. The grass has stopped growing, so now it's some time to catch up on some maintenance on the. This is a zero turn, the snapper 360Z. Got a little trunk space back here. It's got a Kawasaki motor. Got to change the oil and filter. It's pretty easy. It's got a little drain tube for the oil, fuel filter and stuff under here. And there's the oil fill. It's pretty easy to work on. Got kind of a small tank though, so I always carry a 5-gallon. The battery's still the original battery. Had this in Florida, so we've had it for at least 3 years. I can't see. It's about 630 hours. This is the issue. The zert popped off sometime. Each have got one. And this, the bearings have shot out of it. So they're not too bad. It was about 50 bucks for the whole spindle. So I got new blades. Here's an old one. It's still got a little bit of a cutting edge on it, but the been used. We've been clearing this property. We'll probably mow stuff that shouldn't mow with a regular mower, but well, here we go with the blade comparison. Like I said, I got these off Amazon. They're not quite the same shape, but they got a longer cutting edge. I don't know if you can read that upside down or not, but they're actually made in the USA. We'll get this mounted on here. Okay, so we got the first one on there. Thing to remember with the blades is the winglets, part that curves up, always goes towards the deck. So that way it blows the grass out. If you flip them the other way, it's just going to blow the ground, the dust up. You get dirtier than you thought. But winglets up towards the deck. And I don't have my adapter for my 1/2-inch drive torque. So I'm going to do 150 foot-pound. And pop, there's 150 pound. All right, then we'll go on to the next blade. All right, same thing, taking them off, except for lefty loosey, righty tighty. Get my bar in here. You want a good solid piece of wood. I wouldn't say a lot of pressure, but slow and steady pressure. You don't want to strip the nut or break it out. That was not too bad. Again, the winglets toward the deck. Yeah. See how this goes. May have to reposition. Yeah. Again, the manual said 150 foot-pounds. Right there. And this one is the one with the spindle bearings, so we'll take the blade off. I didn't know if that was going to heat up. It'd be a problem coming out. And the new one doesn't have the blade bolt or washer, so I'll take this one out. See if this just falls out. No, it's still locked in there, but now we'll take that spindle off from the other side. Okay. Made some adjustments. Had to get the vice grips to hold the center of the spindle. This top pulley has to come off to get to this. Get these out. Nope. I learned a little bit ago about using a breaker bar on ratchets. You end up breaking the ratchets more than you do loosening anything, so go through and knock a lot of these loose. Grips off. I'll get these bolts out and I'll bring you back in. Okay, got that out. The blades, like I told you, are made in the USA. How's this? Can't fully say. This I just now noticed it, but the it's supposed to be flat. This is all been flanged out. I'm guessing it's been without grease and bearings for a minute. But we'll get this new one in here, probably from China. It's probably dry. But let's see. Got threads. Those are threaded. These ones don't look like they're threaded. That may be a problem. All right, I'll get back with you. Okay, so what we got is no threads. So I'm going to take a M8 and die and see what I can get started on here. This pop metal is pretty soft, so it's let me cut in pretty good. But I will let Amazon know that this is not a direct replacement for what I had wanted to order. If it was, it would already have the threads in it. Alright, well, I'm going to do this 5 more times. I'll bring it back on. Okay, now we have it all threaded up, get it cleaned up. The metal flakes falling in the bearings. Each one of these like that, and I'll bring it back on when I get the rest of them done. Okay, for this side, you got the pulley back on, and it's only hand tight because torque wrench on here. If I can hold this side. Okay, back at this. Let's see if we can get this back on there. I moved the microphone to my shirt collar instead of the bib, so hopefully you can hear me a little bit better. I watched one of the videos and it seemed like my voice was pretty soft. These are the neutral, one on each side. You flip those up and it makes it where this rolls. Okay. Make sure I didn't lose y'all. I don't know if y'all can see the spindle in there. That's where the bolt has to go. All right. Now I'll turn you off for a minute. See if that helps a little bit better on your view. I'm trying to get that pin right here through that hole. All right. And of course the belt is being tightened at the same time. There we go. I'll take this. Put that on there. The belts are in the right spot. It's just a washer and then a cotter pin. Or not actually a cotter pin, but a spring clip. There's two of them. The last one's here in the front. All right, now we're back on this one. Do a mic check. It's still got a green power light. This one. He's on. Hey, I put the painter pin in. Alright. Looks like it all came up. Oh, gas will choke. No. No. Back up. Now we'll test the PTO. Alright. That all sounded good. A lot better than it did before. And there we have it. Placing the blades in the spindle, one spindle on a Snapper 360Z 48-inch deck. Have a good one.